K-pop Demon Hunters, a new Netflix original animated film that looked super interesting. After I saw the trailer, I was genuinely excited to watch this once it came out. In my downtime, I like to think of myself as an artist, and I've seen so many of the people I follow online post about their original character concepts and storyboarding for the whole movie. That preemptively gave me an appreciation for the design and work that went into this film. Overall, I really liked the storyline and the highlight of Korean culture, along with the world building and amazing character and creature design. K-pop Demon Hunters follows 3 girls, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe, who comprise the K-pop group Huntrix. For generations, demons have preyed upon humans, feeding their souls to their ruler, Guima. Huntrix is the next in the generations of trio girl groups that use their song to steal the demons from the human world by creating a barrier known as the Honmoon. They are so close to creating the Golden Honmoon, a permanent version that will seal the demons away forever. In one last attempt, the demons send some of their own to comprise a boy band called the Saja Boys to defeat Huntrix, through song. Throughout the movie, we see their rivalry grow, but learn there may still be some good in one demon in particular. The girls must use the power of friendship, literally, to band together and seal the demons once and for all, while struggling with self-acceptance, new discoveries, and some hot boys. Now, I did have some gripes with this movie that I'd like to point out. I'm not sure if this is just me, but I couldn't really get behind a lot of the humor in the first half. I see the vision, but a lot of it came off as like Lele Pons, Ermagerd humor, just a lot of quips and comments that felt like they belonged in Vine in 2015. I kind of felt the same way with the over-exaggerated facial expressions, and still kind of feel that way about some of them, but I checked my cynical old self and actually ended up liking a lot of the stylized expressions. I just felt a lot of the humor in the first half was dancing with the like quirky Disney girl humor, but like reimagined to be cool and trendy young K-pop people. Also, I'm not sure if I'm just getting old, but the first half of the movie just seemed like I was on a non-stop scroll on TikTok. They tried to smush an hour's worth of backstory into like 30 minutes of runtime while appealing to people's short attention spans. Almost like a Cocomelon video. I felt like I was in a non-stop ride of bright colors and flashing content that's being thrown at my face. It wasn't until the middle of the movie that I finally felt like I could breathe a little bit. Basically when we got to the main plot. Past this part, I will be getting into spoilers, so if you have not seen the movie and you don't want it to be spoiled, just turn the video off. I wanted to see more from the girls in this movie. I felt like we were smushed with exposition in the beginning, only to barely get to know who they are during the rest of the story. I really loved how their friendship just seemed real, but I also wanted more of their past to solidify that. Some backstory on Zoe and Mira and how they were pulled into being part of the trio. It also would have been nice to flesh out Rumi and the aunt/mentor's backstory a little more. I could understand their dynamic and why she played a big role in Rumi's shame, but I couldn't connect to it very much. It just felt like very surface level struggles, as we only had like 2-ish scenes of importance with her telling Rumi out loud that she needs to cover up her patterns and she couldn't let anyone know. I think because of this, a lot of the moments felt pretty generic. I felt the same way about the short backstory scene where we were told about how Rumi is a demon because of her father. Because of how little we get to focus on the background of these characters, most of the struggles and plot points feel predictable and surface level. I wanted more on who the parents were and how they went out, and the origins of the demons, just to feel confident in the lore and to understand the characters rather than just what the message of the movie is. Because of this, I really feel like this movie should have been a miniseries. There's so much great content and the characters and the world building are so good, but again, it just feels way rushed. As a TV show, the pace would have just made everything more breathable. The first few episodes were dedicated to the backstory of the demons and the trio, along with more of how Rumi felt about being a half-demon and the creation of their girl group. And the songs were pretty entertaining, but the lyrics were a bit mediocre, with a lot of just pop culture references thrown in. I say as I've been listening to Golden and Your Idol on repeat. Although, the line, "You gave me your heart, now I'm here for your soul," kinda goes crazy. Now, although it seems like I hate this movie, I found it to be overall a cute movie perfect for tweens and adults alike. I know if I saw this movie at like 10 or 12, I would have been quoting the lines all over, pretending I was a K-pop demon hunter. And I think that's at the core of what this movie is. A kinda cringy, teen heartthrob, visually engaging film. And honestly, I can get behind it. Once I accepted the cringe, I was just entertained throughout the film. The premise of this movie was so original, and it was a great way to introduce Western audiences to Korean culture and K-pop if they haven't had much experience with it. Which I would honestly be surprised at. I feel like K-pop is everywhere. I also really enjoyed the character design. Pretty much all of the characters, even with how little I thought we got to focus on who they are instantly memorable and entertaining to look at. Even though there were some definite struggles in the writing and cringe department, with the tacky jokes being a very large crutch a lot of kids' movies are dealing with today, I think K-pop Demon Hunters will become an instant classic, like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs or The Mitchells vs. the Machines. Thank you for watching my second video essay/review. If you really like this video, feel free to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I can't do that without you. Also, if you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. It would help me appease the algorithm gods. And hey, if you like The Last of Us but hated the second season, check it out. I have a video explaining just that.